Can't make a sound. Can't make a sound. Can't make a sound. Can't make a sound.
What's up, y'all? Jay here. So, a little bit late, but, like be light, right? So, I'm actually getting ready to do my picks for the Grammy nominations that were released. Now, I'm not going through that whole long-ass list. I'm going to go through the categories that resonate with me, the albums that I've heard the most. There will be a category where I have a couple of choices, but they're not necessarily who I would like to win. I am going to let you know I'm going to admit who I would have initially picked. There's a reason for it that I'm avoiding it. If you watch news at all, you'll probably know why. Kind of. But this should be safe. It is what it is. It ain't like I got an official vote anyway. So let's get into this. This is my choices from certain categories from the Grammy nominations that have been put out. All right. Let's hop in. Just be acting funny. I had the right thing clicking and switch, but whatever. So, record of the year. Okay. So we got Bad Bunny. We got Sabrina Carpenter. We got Dolce. We got Billie Eilish. We got Lady Gaga. We got Kendrick Lamar. SZA. Those last two I haven't even heard of. Ain't gonna even lie to you. All right. But record of the year, I honestly feel like, and the reason why I'm okay with doing this is because I don't think the bottom two would blow me away. It was kind of tough to me. But I'm going to go with Dolce's Anxiety. Now, honestly, it was between that and Abracadabra to me. But I think Anxiety it's just too much. It's too everywhere. It is a good song. It has that energy to it. I just feel like as far as record of the year, I definitely could see that coming away with it. Nothing to, against the other songs, but I feel like Anxiety is I just think it's that song. It's the perfect time for that song, honestly. So I think that's going to be the record of the year. That's my feeling. I did have Luther was a good one to me. I didn't think it was the record of the year though, but it was a fire track. You know what I mean? A Man Child. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Next, we have Album of the Year. I think Bad Bunny is getting this. Now, I have heard the album. I don't understand a lot of the album, but just the vibe, the feeling, all those things, I think that's a good choice, truthfully. And there's a lot of good options on here. I really like Leon Thomas's album. Really like that. But honestly, my personal choice is Tyler, the Creator, Chromacopia. But I think Bad Bunny's gonna win it. I personally don't think it was the best album of the year for the reasons I stated. So my album of the year, out of these ones listed here, is Chromacopia. But I think Bad Bunny's gonna walk away with it, to be honest with you. So, Song of the Year. And once again, I think this is gonna go to Anxiety. I think Anxiety got this, personally. Like I said, I like Abracadabra. Luther was cool to me. And I like Wildflower was cool song, but just Anxiety, it just seemed like it's time for that. It's a song of the time. So I think that's a shoo-in personally. Now, this right here. I listened to 3 of these albums, and this is one of the categories where I said I was going to admit who I think could actually win it. But the album this was kind of tough, but I'm gonna go with the Deftones, Private Music. I liked Linkin Park from Zero. I actually viewed that album, but I'm gonna be honest, the music is good and everything, but me personally, I just have a spot inside me for I have a spot for Linkin Park, the original Linkin Park. You know what I'm saying? Chester he's missed. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good thing for them to still persevere and, go forward, but yeah, like it's just, yeah, it just wasn't the same person, but it was really good music. But Deftones was Deftones, and I like the Deftones, so I'm going with the Deftones in this category. So this one right here, yeah, Tyler the Creator, Don't Tap the Glass. I thought that was a very innovative album. It does fit this category. I see this as a little bit of bending of the genres a little bit to get it in there, but I think it fits. It definitely is an alternative album, I feel. And I am a Tyler the Creator fan through and through. For years. I'm not one of them just jumped on the bandwagon now type, after Igor. He got a lot of fans with Igor because of earthquakes and things like that. But yeah, so my choice for this is going to be Tyler the Creator. And I could see him walking away winning it. Now, I'm going to be honest, I haven't heard the album, so this could be a very ignorant choice of mine, and so be it. But I'm going with Tyler the Creator on this one. All right, so here we go. Best R&B performance. This was actually a tough one to me. UConn was a good song. It Depends. I don't think that was the best song. I personally, vocally, it's Chris Brown. It sounds like a Chris Brown song. It's there. The R&B vocal performances are there, but it's nothing special. To me, it's just that, and it had the TikTok trending dance to it personally. Yeah, Folded by Kalani, which is actually what I'm going to pick to win this category, is Folded by Kalani. I think that track deserves it. If it wasn't for that, then I'll be going with Leon Thompson, M.E.T.T. Those are my choices for this. I'm gonna go with Kalani Folded. I just think it's a fire track, fire performance, the whole nine. So I'm gonna go with Kalani on that one. Best R&B song. If I pick that, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna guess I'm gonna pick that here also. I'm gonna go Folded. But I think It Depends is actually going to win the Grammy on this one. Overall, the song itself, I think, for what it represents, what it is, and whatnot, and what it, kind of did, I think It Depends will end up winning the Grammy on this one, to be honest. So that's my choice here. Now, best R&B album, I'm going with Leon Thompson, for sure. I think he had the best one of these. Giveon was pretty good also. I didn't really care for Tiana Taylor. There was just too much going on with that. I lightly listened to Coco Jones. It sounded good. It sounded like a good album, but it did not seem like it was worthy to win the Grammy to me. So me, I'm going with Leon Thompson on this, for sure. Best rap performance. This is a tough one. Whips and Change was Whips and Chains. That was a good song. That was a good one. And it's the Clips, and it's the Return of Them, and bar heavy. I'm not mad at Outside. You knew Cardi was going to be nominated for something. I don't necessarily think. Well, no, it's fitting here, I'll say. It's fitting. You have Anxiety there. TV Off is a good track. That's a hard track. And Darling I, it's good too. I personally am going to go with TV Off. I think Kendrick, Lamar, TV Off is going to actually win this one. It's between that and Change the Whip. I understand I picked Dolce's Anxiety for the other categories, but they were different categories. Her song fits in this category, but that does not mean it is the best rap performance song. So I'll put it between Change the Whips and TV Off, and I'm leaning towards TV Off, but I wouldn't be surprised if Change the Whips came with this one, to be perfectly honest with you. All right, so best melodic rap performance. This one is gonna go with Luther. This is Kendrick's gonna get this for Luther, I feel. Outside of that, I would say Proud of Me, Friday featuring Meek Mills, but this is going to Kendrick, I feel. Kendrick, Luther on this one. All right. So now we're doing the best rap song. So, and I keep doing it. Like, sorry, y'all. I like say this. For the best rap song, another tough one. I like all of these songs. Bunch of tough songs here. Anxiety, as I said before. The Birds Don't Sing. That's a tough one there. That's a hard one. Sticky was a cool song. I don't necessarily think Sticky needs to be here, to be perfectly honest with you. It was a cool song. I don't think it was Grammy worthy, to be honest with you. TGIF, that was the other hot song, and TV Off. But for the Grammy on this one, I'm going with The Birds Don't Sing. I think this is what Eclipse get there. I think this is the Eclipse all day. That's to start that album like that with the content and everything behind that song. Yeah, I think The Birds Don't Sing should win this one, honestly. I don't think it's only dangerous spot for it is with Anxiety, because that could, bump it. But I'm going with The Birds Don't Sing. As soon as I seen this category and seen that listing, I'm like, yeah, Birds Don't Sing on that one for sure. And the best rap album. This one here is a tough one for me. I think it could really only be between two on here. I don't think GNX is a fire album. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not hating on Kendrick. And I don't think it's necessarily like Kendrick overload. I really like the album through and through. Had a lot of hot stuff on it, and I could see it winning this. To be honest with you. So I'm gonna say it's a three-way type situation between GNX, Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator, and Let God Sort 'Em Out, the Clips. I'm going with Let God Sort 'Em Out for this. Not only do I think it was a complete rap album, just overall what they did, the layoff, them to come back and kind of take over the way they did. But I know they shouldn't play a role, but they're due. You know what I'm saying? All the time they put into the game. Malice being gone for so long, Pusha keeping it, doing what he's doing. The whole nine of them to come out and drop this album out of the listing here. I mean, Glorilla, yeah, she put out a good album. And she's worthy of her, nomination. She doesn't need to win. We don't need that jid. I liked the album. It wasn't mind-blowing to me, but can't nobody say anything about the raps, the cadence, the bars, none of that on that album. Spoke about Kendrick and Tyler, his musical arrangements and things like that on his albums, which always make him a serious threat. I honestly think he's a bigger threat to this than Kendrick is. Kendrick would be more for, just the consistency in the year he had. But I think that Tyler musically is more. But I'm giving this to the Clips. Let God Sort 'Em Out. Look for them to get the Grammy on that. And I have one more category, which best comedy album. I know you guys don't really talk about it at all, really, but I am a huge proponent. I love comedy. And when I seen this, I was like, let me take a look at these nominations here. And personally, I think Bill Burr should get this one. I like Jamie Foxx's, but that was a different entity all to itself, which could lend to it winning something like this. But as far as actual comedy, like the essence of it, I don't think so. Ali Wong would be my backup to Bill Burr. It would be Bill Burr, Ali Wong. I'm gonna go with Bill Burr. He's one of my favorite comedians. He very rarely, if ever, lets me down comedy-wise. And, Drop Dead Years was good. So I'm gonna go Bill Burr with this or Ali Wong. So that's my thoughts on that. So those are my thoughts on those categories for the Grammys. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I wasn't doing them all because I didn't listen to all of that stuff. You know what I mean? I listened to the stuff that resonate with me, and those are who I think should win those categories of Grammy. So, all right, yeah, that's my Grammy choices.